Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of uh, 30 Inks, 30 Days. 30 Inks, 30 Days. All right, how is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we are looking at Diamine Autumn Oak. Bump up the brightness just a smidge. There we go. How we look like we're alive. Today's ink we are looking at. Oh, can I have some focus, please? Oh, it's not letting me. There we go. So I have a re-review of Diamine Autumn Oak because the first time that I did it, I don't know if you can tell, but it didn't come out as good on this as it did here. This is what it's supposed to look like. Look at that beautiful shading. You get this light yellow coming out with the shade underneath. So beautiful. And on this card, it was just rather boring. So it's going in the bin. Also, I have been doing a couple of different things. I have switched from doing one with just water to one with water and one with rubbing alcohol. This is 91% rubbing alcohol. And I have noticed a significant difference from between the two. So, if you guys are doing your chromatography, if you look up the proper chromatography, medical chromatography, scientific chromatography, they use rubbing alcohol and not water. So maybe try rubbing alcohol. Alright, here's our ink swatch. Water resistance test shows it has a little bit of water resistance. I might consider using this on the outside of an envelope. We're going to find out. Here's our water toilet paper chromatography. I see some brown in there, brownish orange. But then in our rubbing alcohol, we have some yellow and some brown and some orange and some purpley pinkish color. And then along the edge over here is some pink. Wow, this is very complicated. I did not expect that from this color. Very nice indeed. Alright. Alright, let me just gather my papers. Okay, so Diamine Autumn Oak. Just so everyone's aware. Hi Arc Boy, how are you doing today? If I'm going too fast, you can hit the spacebar, use the JL, the forward and backward arrows, and the comma period to go back and forward 10 seconds, 5 seconds, and 1 second respectively. Alright, Manda B, 80 GSM. Look at that beautiful shading. Oh, it's amazing. But a little bit of bleeding and ghosting for Maruman. Too bad. You're doing good? I'm glad. Just got back from a 30-mile bike ride. Oh my god, that would kill me. I would be dead. Rhodia dot pad, 80 GSM. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. I'm doing very well, thank you. Uh-oh. That one almost fell into the abyss. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. It's got a little bit of feathering. Nice shading though. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is Copper Plate Graph Pad from JohnNeilBooks.com. Look at that shading. Oh, so nice. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Excellent. Saw that Daiso has fingered gloves. Nice. Yeah, I got like a 500 pack of these on Amazon for like $5. Oxford single subject notebook paper. This is 2023. Beautiful shading. No feathering. Little bit of heavy ghosting though. Oxford single subject 2019. Circa 2019. Look at that shading. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding. Barely any ghosting. So sad when paper brands change their recipes for their inks. So sad. CVS Caliber filler paper. Beautiful shading. No feathering. Ooh, a little bit of micro bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. You better listen up, CVS. You better never do it to me. Don't do it to me. Pelican Hub notepad. A little bit of feathering. Nice shading. No bleeding. A little bit of ghosting. Alright, this is Kokuyo writing pad. 50 GSM. Really nice. No feathering. No bleeding. Barely any ghosting. Super nice. This is Iroful 75 GSM. This has a little bit of tooth to it. I can feel it. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding. Barely any ghosting. I was looking at this when I was at M. Lovewell the other day. And I was thinking thoughts about getting a pack. But I have so many papers right now. The journal from the Dollar. This is the envelope from the Dollar Tree. Beautiful shading. No feathering. Barely any bleeding or ghosting. Super nice. I might use this on the outside of an envelope. Speaking of Pelican Hub, I have registered. Yes. If you haven't registered already, it's too late. I think that the last registration was the 31st of the 31st of August. Or was it the 20th? I don't know. Anyway, all I know is I think that the Pelican Hub has been set. Now we just have to figure out who the ink master is and if we are going to have one or not. Muji notebook paper. Beautiful shading. One little tiny feather on that N. And it did bleed through, but a little bit of ghosting. Yeah, this one is directly from the bottle, and I am completely out. So I'm not going to get any more of this Autumn Oak, but it is definitely a very autumnal looking. This is Deal Worthy notebook from Target. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Beautiful. Banging into things. Orange and Olive 160 GSM notebook paper. I'm going to zoom in. There we go. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Most excellent paper. Leuchtturm 1917 120 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Another very excellent paper. M. Shoei 120 GSM notebook paper. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding. Minimal amount of ghosting. Excellent paper. Anecdote notebook paper. Beautiful shading. no feathering, no bleeding, minimal amount of ghosting. It also has to do with I don't review the crappy papers anymore, so this may be a thing. My last piece of Ayush. So sad. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Yep. The journal from the Dollar Tree. Beautiful shading. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Some of the best paper. Super cheap. Doing well. Wexford Walgreens Pharmacy. Nice shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This has some of the best shading properties that I've seen in a brownish, yellowish ink. Midori MD paper. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. Daiso Premium Notebook Paper. Again, beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. 68 GSM Old Tomoe River. Beautiful shading, no feathering, no bleeding, no ghost. Look at that shading. Oh, it's amazing. And Leuchtturm 1917-80 GSM paper. Beautiful. No feathering, no bleeding, minimal ghosting. This Leuchtturm stuff is really good. I've been thinking thoughts about getting me my own 120 GSM notebook paper for next year, but I'm not buying anything because I have too many notebooks and they're just sitting there collecting dust. So, okay, let's do a comparison panel. Just took my finger gloves off, gotta put them back on again. What the hell did I just do? Okay. Alright. Let's take a look. Still, let's see. Speaking of Pelican, seems like a well-behaved ink. I still have an almost full bottle of this ink if you need some. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get another bottle. I was looking at prices today from from Amazon, Jet Pens. I didn't even look at my Atlas. Let me see. Let me see if Atlas even has any. Oh, Atlas does have Autumn Oak. Oh, they only have the cartridges and the large bottle. $19 for a large bottle. Hi, Juicy Louise. How are you doing? How is Cornwall today? This Kyung Hee looks kind of nice shading too. I need to redo this one too. I just found a bottle of vintage copper in my stash that I forgot that I had. Oh, Birmingham Monarch, that's a favorite. I have to break that one out too. Christmas Star is also a favorite. I'm not buying any ink right now. Gotta use up the ink that we have. Got like umpteen bottles worth of ink. Umpteen 100 bottles of ink. There's only so much we can write. This Martian looks kind of close. Colorverse Martian. Okay, it might be just like a tad more orange, brown than orange. Let's take a peek in the brown department. All they're good. Okay, I'm totally off. This is definitely an orange ink. This is about the yellowish brown ink that I have. Oh, ancient copper. Ancient copper, vintage copper. I had to look up that one because I've got one of those. I just don't remember which one it was. Yeah, I have no idea what I was thinking. This looks like a red ink. This also looks like a red ink. This also looks like a red ink. Oh, ginger chicken. Vampire red is a looks like a red ink, red brown. Okay, none of these were brown, so oh well. It's like a brownish, it's like an orangish brown. It's interesting how other colors look to one another. Well, what we got? Okay, let's see. Over here I have never managed to get Autumn Oak to shade. It takes like a medium or a broad nib, and also quick writing. If you use a finer nib, uh, the more ink that you lay down and the faster that you write, when you come to the bottom of a letter, 9 times out of 10 you're slowing down. It's like a roller coaster. You're slowing down before you go back up again. And when you slow down, that enables the ink to pool, creating a puddle. And those puddles is the shade. And when you go up, the fastness creates a very thin puddle. And so the thinner puddle you go up, and then you come down, and then you slow down and it swells. And so it's a matter of how fast you write too. If you write very uniformly, it's not going to have any shading at all. But very, very specific. Fast up, slow down. Fast up, slow down. Fast up, slow down. People that write like that, because that's how I write. A, U, T, U, E, 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 E. Oh, I don't know if that made any sense. So, how can I put this? How can I put this? So, paper, some papers are fairly smooth, with only a little bit of line variation, and let's say that this is a flat piece of paper. When you push down, the puddle is larger, but when you go fast, the puddle is only a little bit big. And depending on how rough the paper is, some paper is rougher than others, will depend on how far that puddle spreads. So if it's very rough, it may only go a little bit. But if it's very smooth, it may spread farther. Also, depending on what pen you're using. So when you have, this is a relatively smooth paper, that Airful is a relatively rough paper, toothy paper, and like you can feel it. Like this is cardboard. It's got a lot more tooth than this CVS caliber. Also, it depends on how much you push down. If you're not putting any pressure, when you're not putting any pressure, there's nowhere for the ink to pool. The tines, when they spread, will let more ink out. So if you push down, the tines will open up just a little bit. And the ink will what I like to call backflow. So if you start your swell and it comes down here and you lift, it will fill in only so much of that area before it like comes to a halt. So depending on how much pressure that you put will depend on how much ink your pen lays down. Will depend on how much backflow you get from the heaviest part of your swell to the lightest part. And it's all flow. Flow is like going to the place of least resistance. I don't flex. Also, well, even if you don't flex, most people, when bringing the pen toward them, push down on their pen to bring the letter down. So like a letter like A, you go up, over, you're pulling just a little bit. Even that little bit of pull can create a swell just enough, or lift the nib away from the tines even just a little tiny bit. You can't even see because it's so. It'll lift it up from the feed just a little tiny bit. You can see just right there, just that little tiny bit will make the ink flow better. So it also has to do with the properties of the ink. Does it have gum arabic in it? Does it have other things in it? What is the dye made out of? Will depend on how much it flows out of your pen and through the bumps of the page. If it's very smooth, you might have lots of flow. If it's not smooth, it may have less or more flow depending on what the ink is made out of. Some inks, depending on the paper, also if it has a coating, paper, and then if it has like a very, very, very thin coating on it, you're going to have this ink puddle on the page that's not going to seep into that. But if you have no barrier, it's gonna go right into that page, depending on how cheap the paper is. 9 times out of 10, if it's made in America, it's going to be the worst. But it also has to do with how the ink is made and what it's made of, and will it flow, and will it stay on the top of the page or not. There's so many factors, and I can't even name them all. So it's all about experimentation. It doesn't always even out before drying. It depends on how big you make your letters. It depends on flow of the pen. If you have a very wet pen, it's the same thing as my old swatch. Nope, this is today. What did I do with it? Threw it in the bin. My old one didn't have hardly any shading at all, because I was using a flex nib that had a very even flow. So if your pen has a very even flow, you won't get any shading. But if it's a sort of a uneven flow, then you may have more shading. What is today? Today is the 6th. Let's see, this is Diamine Autumn Oak. It's a very nice ink. It's not my favorite autumnal color, but we will get into that another day. Oh, I hate Clairefontaine and Rhodia. This is the worst. Clairefontaine used to be the #1 paper that people would recommend. No. Watch it flow. Yes, that's how it's supposed to happen. It does have flow back. And less coated paper. Thankfully, I like a good solid black. Yeah. If you're not looking for any color variations, there are plenty of inks out there that are more colorful than black that have no line, no color variation at all. Also, depending on what they're made out of. Okay, well, I'm rambling now. Oh, I have to put this in my weeks. I'm gonna put this in my weeks. Where is it? Why do I have this plate? I don't know. I need to put the plate away. Oops. Today was Doug Rathbun at 10 a.m. Good time. Today is Diamine Autumn Oak. Good, it's not bleeding through. That's excellent. Oh, I forgot to do a swiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. So, question for everyone, and I need you to leave it in the comment section below your answer. Do you think that I should review some type of Hobonichi paper for next year? I don't really think I'm going to have very many reviews next year, but should I get like a small booklet to do reviews on? Let me know in the comment section below. I'd be ever so curious to know. If I get enough affiliate credits, I will buy one. But if I don't have any affiliate credits, it's going to be difficult to purchase things in the future because of our wonderful president. Throw him down an elevator shaft. Anyway. Boop. Number 6. We're getting into autumn. It's going to be great. A very smooth Oxford is a little less smooth and better value, definitely. Depending on the Oxford you're talking about. Is it single subject notebook paper or is it Oxford red notebook paper? Because there's 2 different types. Actually, I think there's 3 different types. There's Oxford optic paper, which is, I think it's in the red, optic red paper, which is not good. And then there's the single subject notebook paper, which is very good. So, but the red optic paper costs more than the single subject. It's stupid. Anyway. Why is paper so expensive? Just dead trees. Anyway. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I've got for today. I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you. Don't forget to check out the links in the description. I'd like to give a huge shout out to my members, David, Rahul, Wolf Kate Witch, Arkwhite, Vermilion T, Simply Obs, Lynette, and Cunning Art Folk. If you'd like to become a member, you can do so for as low as 99 cents a month. Don't forget to check out the Linktree social medias. Join the Discord. Share your pen, ink, and paper journey over there with us. And if you'd like to save 10% off on your next order to Atlas Stationers, I am an affiliate. When you use my link, you get a discount. And I get a small commission so that I can make better content for all of you. I want to thank you all for joining me for 30 Inks, 30 Days. And I will be back tomorrow with another ink. I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. If anybody has any ideas from the current ink that I did yesterday, which ink you would like to see tomorrow, let me know in the comment section below. Get out there and enjoy your life. Be with the people you love. Tell them you love them. And I love you to pieces. Have a great day. Okay, bye. Remember to click the right button.